Well, hi, we're live from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and it is snowy and cold, and people still have their Christmas lights up. I am shocked. I'm seeing Christmas lights. It's mid-January. Take down your Christmas lights. From what I'm hearing is that you folks out here in the Midwest, you keep your lights on a lot longer. My kids and we were taking taking down the Christmas. I don't know that I should say this. I wonder if this is construed as being, the grumpy Grinch guy. But we put Christmas up on Thanksgiving Day. We start putting it up, or the day after Thanksgiving, and we keep it up all the way through Christmas. We have a wonderful yay, and then we take it down the day after Christmas, and we put up some New Year's. Anybody do that? How many of you guys still have your Christmas lights up? I want to see how many of my creative tribe still have your Christmas lights up. Don Hudson, hello, Terry, hi, Lisa Weiling, and Lisa Friedman, and Jason, and David. Hi, guys, how are you? Good to see. I got a really fun lesson tonight. I've been doing really good on the 2020. Where's my logo so we can talk about that? Where's my 2020? I had it all prepped, of course. There it is. We're doing 20 minutes. This is our 2020 New Year's resolution. Every day, we're trying to go 20 minutes of drawing. You can draw with me here on the webcast, or you can draw on your own, draw on YouTube, whatever. Just draw. Just be creative. Get that imagination and get the creativity rolling. And then 20 minutes of activity. I put a little swimmer guy here. That's my logo for the activity. I just love swimming. But I'm here in Minneapolis, and it's snowing outside, and I'm here for three and a half days. And so the closest gym is probably 20 minutes away. So, and I don't have a car. So what I'm going to do is, there's like three stories of stairs. I'm going to walk stairs for 20 minutes, and I'll let you know how that goes. I haven't done it yet, but I was thinking, I was rationalizing. I was thinking, at the airport in Denver, I walked up and down the aisles, the long hallways, right, and pulling my luggage and my computer bag and everything. And I thought, if I put a stopwatch to it, this would count as 20 minutes, and it would. But it was only, it was probably 10 minutes. So I figured, okay. And then when I was moving all my luggage from the car into where I'm staying, that out in the 30-degree weather, I was hoping maybe I was totally rationalizing, trying to credit myself for activity. But I'm actually going to, after I do the webcast, all right? Now you guys are my witness now. I'm going to go on these stairs and walk up and down the stairs 20 minutes. I got a really fun drawing. But I have to tell you guys, I found the most amazing podcast today from this actor who, I don't know if you remember him. He was in Remember the Titans. And let me see. I got to pull up my Instagram. I got to see it here. Here's Instagram. And I made a post about it. And I'll show it to you guys. Okay, this is Ethan Suplee. Okay, if you remember him from I put this on Instagram. He has a podcast, and I just found I was in Denver. I was in the lounge having a cup of decaf, getting ready for my flight. I had an hour, and it popped up my newsreel that this fellow has a podcast all about his journey, his weight loss, weight gain, weight loss battle for his whole life. He was up to 550 pounds, and he went down to 240 pounds, back and forth. And I just, since this is the year for me, I really want to get the activity, get the weight, get the health. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. It was just a conversation he had with his co-host about, it was the pilot program, and it wasn't any magic remedy or any plan, or he wasn't selling anything. It was just his honest story of his life and what brought him to make this podcast. Now, one warning: if you guys, the name of the podcast is Ethan Suplee's American Glutton. Okay, now one thing, if you're sensitive to cursing, and this is coming from Commander Mark, right? And now I'm a sailor, and I'm a salty dog, and you know I'm a so it doesn't the cursing doesn't bother me. But if you're sensitive to cursing, don't watch it. If you want to have an uplifting, inspiring, courageous, real story about someone who's battling the weight loss, like so many of us are, I highly recommend it. It's called The American Glutton with Ethan. And I'm going to be talking about it a lot, I'm sure, because the first one, he was so articulate and he was so honest and courageous. I was so impressed. And that's kind of what I want to do during this year, is to share with you honestly what's going on and how many days I make it or don't make it and how I'm feeling about it and where I'm at with my weight loss and where I'm at with my creativity, with my daily drawing. And of course, the key is the 20%, grace, that giving yourself the personal permission to miss a day or a week or 2 days a week. It's all right. Look, if you miss 1 day a week, that's what, okay, this is lame. It's over 52 weeks in a year, right? Now, if it is 52 weeks. Is that right? 52 weeks? Please, someone verify that. Oh, my gosh. All right. If you miss 1 day a week, 365 days a year, still going over 300 days. It's still a win. So I tell you, I just get on myself about, I went 199 days last year, and I missed 1 day, and I gave up. I got all disappointed, and I didn't do any webcasts for like a month. Remember that? Well, why would just, who cares? The whole point is to have fun. Right here, see my graphic, have fun. It's supposed to be motivating, inspiring. Stress is on the bus. See that little picture of the bus right there? No stress. Beep, beep. See, say bye-bye stress. Bye-bye. Someone type in bye-bye stress in the text box. I want to see if you're actually, here's Autumn. Oh, Autumn, yeah. Oh, did you come to my Birmingham Comic Con last year? Oh, thank you so much. I am sorry. Hey, tell the Birmingham Comic Con people, the Read Pop, that you would like to see me come back. They're wonderful. Read Pop's wonderful. I just didn't reach out telling them that I would go back to England. It's just such a long flight, but I'd love to come. If you guys want me to come, just mention it to them. They're really great. They'll invite me back. Let me see. Lisa in Brazil is considered bad luck to take down the decorations. Oh, really? Interesting. In Brazil, it's considered bad luck to take down the decoration before January 6th, which is celebrated as Dia dos Reis. The day the three wise men gave, the day the three wise men gave their gifts to baby Jesus. Interesting. All right. Well, it gave me something to think about next year on December 26th, when I'm anxious to get my yard back to normal. Interesting. Well, thank you for sharing that. Well, you guys want to start drawing since I've been, oh yeah, bye-bye stress. Look at all these people who are writing bye-bye stress. I love you guys. There's Terry, Janet, Mary, bye-bye stress. Everybody, I want one more bye-bye stress. Beep, beep. No stress. If you miss a day, you miss a day. Just get back on the train. Get back on the creativity train. The Imagination Express. Ooh, I like it. The Imagination Express. That's a book right there. We just took down our. All right, there we go. Let's get drawing. All brought to you by You Can Draw in 30 Days. Watch that video on Amazon.com. We're in the top 10 of the best drawing books out there, which is really cool. Amazon made this video. It's well written. Check it out. Okay, it's really, really cool. Of course, we're number 2. I never thought I'd be all celebrating. We're number 2. We're number 2. But we are. And all the books that are on that list, I have 8 of them. Well, 9 if you count my book. And the number 1 book that's on there, I have to order it because I don't have it. But I'm sure, I've heard about it. I'm sure it's really phenomenal. The other 8, I have them. I use them. I share with my students and my kids. So and we're in great company. I mean, the Marvel Comics way and all those. All right, let's start drawing. So we're going to start. This is a lesson from my new book. It's not really the exact drawing, but the idea is to draw in the tube. And we're going to draw a line going up what I call in direction northeast. Remember the drawing direction compass, all right? There's the 4 drawing positions that artists use most often, and it's northeast, northwest. And here it is right here. You can print up your own graph right here from draw3d.com. You go to the free printables, print that up. It's a good resource. We're gonna draw this pencil, but we're gonna turn it into a plane. So about right here, put a dot here, and then vertically above it, put another guide points. Guide dots are so helpful in helping you position confidently your object or the environment your object's going to be dwelling in. All right. So guidelines and guide dots are really helpful for that. That's why I start lightly, and I always use guidelines and guide dots. You guys notice that? Now this gets smaller. This is a little bit of 2-point perspective without all the lines. Things that are larger are nearer, and then this plane's going to get smaller as it moves away. So that's called size. Now that comes into the 12 Renaissance words of drawing. This is another chart you can get. Print this up from the free printable area in draw3d.com. All right. Now, some of you are probably wondering that address, and I'll put this up a couple times throughout the course of the program, as I always do, is how to connect. Here's the website, markkistler.com, right there. You go there and you click Draw3D, or you go draw3d.com, right there, okay? All right, so now put a guideline right down the middle, coming down. Now, notice how this gets a little smaller as it moves away. This is larger, and it gets smaller. It tapers. That's called tapering. Now, right down the middle, I'm going to put a guideline, and from the top here, I'm going to draw this, like this pencil tip. So we've done a lot of pencils over the years that you guys have drawn me. I've drawn pencils in different positions on the Secret City and on the Imagination Station and on the Draw Squad and in just about every one of my books. The pencils, I love that symbol of the pencil power, your pencil power, woo, take off with your imagination. So it's such a versatile shape. You can turn it into just about anything. Castles, you can turn pencils into characters, you can turn pencils into rocket ships and spaceships and planes. I'm going to turn this one into a plane. Now, usually this is a curved line right here. So curve this, it'll contour. So there's a normal pencil. Well, let's take this and let's put a foreshortened circle at the top. Foreshortened. Now, notice I'm drawing really lightly. Can you guys see that all right? Give me a 1 through 5, how you guys are doing with me so far. Hi, Robin. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Autumn. All these new artists joining us tonight. Thank you for joining us. Hey, go ahead and share it with your group, guys, or create a watch party like Terry. Terry, I want to recruit you. I want to get you as one of my volunteers in my Imagination Initiative. Remember I've been talking about that? I'm trying to get the first 12 volunteers to help me at Comic-Cons around the United States and overseas. You folks in Birmingham, England, send me an email. I'll do my best to recruit you so you could go to the Comic-Con in my place and represent our initiative and have the artwork there for folks to make donations and support our effort to inspire, to educate, and to motivate the younger generation and the young at art, the older generation. The power of the visual arts, the absolute life-transforming power of the visual arts. Here, draw a curving contour line. This is going to be a cool, that's a little flight deck cockpit there. So I'm going to do a delta wing plane here. So I'm going to use this guideline. And now look at this. This is coming down in this direction. Let's go back to the drawing compass. See, I see this line right here. This is a normal compass, right? There's a regular compass. And then you take that compass and you flop it over, and then these are the 4 positions that we use. Most artists use most of the time. Not all the artists use it, not all the time. Most artists use it most of the time. I use it all the time. These southeast, southwest, northwest, northeast. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing this line coming over here in the south. It's coming down southeast, so it comes to the corner. You see it's very foreshortened. You barely see it. And look at the back wing. Look at that. See, it comes around. It's a little tiny peekaboo wing. Peekaboo. All right. So I'll clean up these guidelines. Okay. I'm going to draw a little curve here. Isn't that fun? And I'm going to erase that guideline. I'm going to move this up just a bit. I like having that curving line here, like a band around it. because it gives that your pencil rocket that look of 3D. And I'm not quite happy with that curve, so I'm gonna do it a little bit more. Take my time. So, anyways, we're trying to recruit 12 of the first 99 volunteers, but my goal for 2020 is to get 12 volunteers helping me connect with the children's hospitals in your local area and to set up visual arts events featuring local artists and featuring perhaps I can come out. But the whole idea is tapping into your local creativity, your local talent, to use that to inspire that generation. Set up programs in your libraries and help us definitely visit the Comic Cons in your region. There's just thousands of Comic Cons each year that are just celebrations of the visual art and pop culture. It's just a perfect venue to promote the power of the visual arts. So if you are interested in volunteering, we are ready for you. You go, just fill out there's an online response form, fill it out, and we'll set up a couple Skype interviews, and we would love to talk with you and see if there's something that you would like to contribute with your time and your talent. Now, there's other areas you can volunteer too. I mean, I'm always in need of a good copy editor. In fact, for my new book I'm working on right now, if any of you guys are fantastic editors or English professors, I love to write, but I tell you, I did not. I definitely need a copy editor for this new book. So if that's your cup of tea, if that's your skill set, and you'd like to help us out, fill out that volunteer form. Say, hey, I would love to. And plus, hey, you get a free T-shirt. Ooh, you get a free shirt, and if you copy it at the book, you get a free draft of the book with all the spelling mistakes. Woo! Are you excited? Look, I'm drawing a little Unibear in here. I've been on a Unibear kick lately. I sure love that little guy that we created on the Secret City. All right, I'm going to shade it. Shade it, shade it, shade it. All right, I'm going to check out the text messages, see how we're doing here. And, oh, Autumn, well, thank you. Thank you, Autumn. So Autumn's going to send me a message about joining us. You can, Autumn's going to send out a volunteer form. Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, Terry's asking us to do a flame out of the back. How about, yeah, let's do a jet rocket, like the big giant propulsion coming down and swooshing down like this. Now here's a little technique that to make it look like it's foreshortened, like this is closer and one part's farther, as you stretch out the end. Watch, you stretch it out, then you come back in close. Remember, we do that on foreshortened shapes, water, puddles, the tops of foreshortened cylinders, and also anything like this, like water ripples or smoke. And then now down here, I'm going to draw. What I want to do is I'll lightly show you what I want to do. I want to put a big giant donut of puffy cloud, right? Jet propulsion. And so what I'm going to do is think of spheres, all right? So I'm going to draw the inside overlap, inside, some small, some big. Remember, variety, not all the same, or else it'll look like a plastic toy. You want to make it look as natural as you can. So some big, some small. Some big, use variety. Some big, some small, and then come around here, draw that one, big and small, big and small. So you get some big. See how I do that? Some big, some small. Make it really, really poofy and different. And then I'm going to put right here. I'm going to put just one by itself. Couple. Maybe I'll put three here. I like groups of three. And then, yeah, why not? Let's do one more poof cloud here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw one more poof cloud right here. So I'll draw the inside, some big, some small. Use your variation. Isn't that fun? All right, how you guys doing? 1 through 5. Give me a 1 through 5, or give me a heart, give me a thumbs up. I'm watching the screen here. Give me some feedback. Let me know how you're doing. Thank you for making the comments. It makes my lesson so much more interesting when you guys give me some feedback to talk about. Okay. Oh yeah, it's good. All right. So you like that? You like the poof clouds coming out of the back? This is awesome. I'm having so much fun drawing with you guys. 2020. All right. So now I thought of a good way that I am going to keep up we're going to grade ourselves. So I'll use this, keep track of our progress, basically. I'm going to put a flag on the top, but down here, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw this circle, and I'm going to put a dot in the middle. This will be, just say this at the bottom of your drawing, but I want you guys to see what I was doing. And now you tell me, you send me an email if you think of a better way. But let's put the date. It's January, what is the date today? January 12th. So it's our 12th day of the 2020, right? And so far, so that means I've done 11 days of drawing. And this one, right now, I have, I missed a day each. So I'm at, but tonight I'm going to go up and down the stairs right when I finish. I'm going to go ahead and give myself credit for that. And I'm going to do it. And you're witnessing this. So that means I've missed 1-1. All right. Isn't that so? This makes it kind of a fun game for yourself to see. So as the year progresses, well, this will be, 150 and we missed 3 or something, right? But I had to figure some way to tie in the creativity, the mental stimulation, and the creative imagination developing, and also keeping your developing your activity, keeping active, keeping healthy, moving around, exercising. So what do you think? Do you like that? I do. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and let's darken this in, and then we'll add the shading. And there's our Unibear flying his Delta wing jet all across here. And I have to say, this is I haven't done a remote live for a long time with my all my camera gear outside of my studio. It's kind of fun. I think I'm one of the rare people that I just love airports. I love traveling, even the security lines and the luggage. I love everything about travel. I just love it. It's just so exciting. All these people going all over the world, and it's a wonderful people watching venue. And it's pretty amazing how a smile can make people's day, because a lot of people get really stressed when they're traveling. But I'm one of those unusual ones. I love it. Of course, it always helps when you get a first class upgrade. I gotta say, I can't expect it now, but I got one today, and it's not that common anymore, because it seems like everybody is like a priority flyer now, right? A million-mile flyer. Usually I get boarded first preference for, number one priority, but there's literally more people in the number one line than number 2, 3, 4, or 5. So what's the benefit of being priority boarding when just the crowd moved to be number one? So that was kind of funny. But I used to get upgraded all the time when I was young, like 19, 20, 21, doing the Secret City, flying all over the country, all over the world, going to England. And I put a lot of these stories in the book, in the You Can Draw in 30-second book. I think that's what's going to make this one stand out from all the others. There's a lot of my personal life stories in here. Every lesson, I end with a fun story about how I drew that picture with somebody, like how I drew that picture with Miley Cyrus, or how I drew that picture with or talked about drawing with different people like Steve Wozniak of the Apple Computer, or the Megadeth rock singers, met those guys on a plane flying home from London. But back then, I used to get upgraded all the time. And if I didn't get upgraded, I got really indignant and just really snarky, right? Oh, what do you mean? Don't you know who I am? Blah, blah, blah. Well, as you get older, life kind of knocks you around a bit, and you learn a little bit of humility and a little bit of graciousness. And I tell you, when I get an upgrade, I am just tickled pink. It's so nice. I am now a very grateful traveler. All right, let's shade. Look, I'm adding the shade. I love putting the nooks and crannies here. Hey, if you guys want to pre-order the You Can Draw in 30 Seconds book, it's at the final stretches. It's only, what, 8 months behind schedule, but I'm working on it. I've got stacks and stacks of folders. I'm working on it. This book, by the way, 199 days right here. This book right here, that is, we're putting the order in Monday. So that's tomorrow, right? So we're putting the order in Monday for the first edition, first printing. If you want to get a first print, if you haven't ordered already, go to the markkistler.com, www.markkistler.com, and put in your order because we'll have them ready. markkistler.com right there. I'll put it so you can do a screenshot, okay? It's a really cool book. I went through it. And the first people, you guys were talking about copy editing, right? Since I'm self-publishing these new versions. When you get the new book, it's going to be really special. You know why? The first edition, it's going to, I guarantee you'll have a couple typos. And if you find them, you win a prize. You win a prize if you find them and let me know. And so I can fix it for the next edition. I'm not sure what the prize will be. I was thinking a lollipop or something. You get a little treat for finding, like my kids, if they find, well, when they were younger, if they found typos on Dad's website, they would go through, and if they found typos or any mistakes, they got a quarter for every one they found. And boy, my daughter would go away with $5. She'd find out so many typos. So I'm always in need of help for that, guys. So thank you. So if you do order it, check it out, go through and say, oh no, page 67, there's a misspelling. I think we got them all. But you know how it goes. There's always one. It's a 220-page book, and it features all the drawings we did those 199 days. Because remember that I was telling you how I went 199 days with last year's New Year's resolution. I was going to draw every day because I was in India and I got motivated by the Taj Mahal, and I did that first video. Well, Joel Gorey, Zebtron, was with me when I forgot. He was at my house, Zebtron from the Secret City, getting ready for summer camp. And I was devastated that I had missed a day because I got so involved with all the artists coming in for the summer camp and all the kids. It was so exciting. And, of course, the big fun trip to Costco. And what happened is I forgot to go live. And Joel looked at me when I was like, oh my gosh, oh no. And I'm going to sign it. And what he said was, well, Mark, you make it part of the narrative. So we're doing that by making a book out of it. We're doing that by making a book out of 199 days of drawing right there. Of course, it should say 365, but hey, making lemonade out of lemons, right? There we go. Well, hey, guys, thank you. I hope you enjoyed drawing the Unibear and the Delta Jet rocket. Be sure to share the link with this video with all your friends, and tomorrow we'll do another drawing, okay? Thanks for drawing with me. I love you guys. Take care of each other, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Sharpen your pencil, grab some paper, get ready, it's almost time. Mark will show you how to get on the paper what's in your mind. A rocket ship, a pair of shoes, a shooting star, and some